Hello and welcome to Phone In Friday at Total Takeover Hangout. I'm Andrew Morgan and our host Carl, and Joan is with us, and let's get going because we have some great information for you today. Over to you, Carl.
Great, thanks, Andrew. And, happy Good Friday to everybody. I know it's the Easter weekend, and I hope everybody's enjoying their day off here today, although we don't take a day off. We've got a lot to talk about. And cutting these back to every Friday is turning out to be a very, very good thing for everyone all around. It allows us to go out and test different things that are out there, and that's what I've been doing for the past week, and finding out just what it is that you need to have. We're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to get everybody's feedback on this. I'm going to kick it off with kind of what I've been doing this week. I've been creating a funnel system, okay? And again, this is a funnel system that anybody will be able to create. I'm actually putting together the format so that you can go in and just boom, 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 it's done. Okay, and you'll be able to do that for any kind of business, but of course, obviously, we're going to be focusing on Total Takeover for this. But the one thing that I've found, and this is the one thing that I think everybody neglects to look at, and it is what people are actually looking for when they come online. You could have a lot of different programs, a lot of different products. And, a lot of times it does really matter what the product is, okay? Some people are driven to a program because the comp plan is great. But let's face it, okay? At the end of the day, you have to be able to sell something to create that income, okay? Now, we're always struggling in different companies because maybe, you've got a product that maybe not everybody wants. You've got a product that everybody needs but nobody wants to sell, whatever that may be. So sometimes you have to get creative, and if you can't get creative, you need to start hanging out with the people who can get creative, okay? So here's what I've been doing this week. The first thing I did is I had to ask myself a few questions, okay? And then I went out and interviewed people. The question I was asking myself is, what is it that everybody wants right now online? Okay? That was the number one question. What is it that you want? Why are you coming to the internet? What is it that you want? And the first answer that I've had from over 80%, 86% as a matter of fact when I did my poll, is they want immediate money. Okay? Now, obviously, when you're in a network marketing business, immediate money is not something that can necessarily happen right away because of the way these companies are structured. Okay? So what I had to do is I had to put my thinking cap on and figure out a funnel way to get people into my business and ultimately into my primary business, Total Takeover. Okay? At least one of them. I've got a couple of them. So the one thing we had to look at was something that would be valuable, something that would be instant pay, okay? Now, I know this sounds kind of funny, but here's the thing with people. I mean, many of you in Total Takeover have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pre-enrollees. I know I do. I've got over 1,000 pre-enrollees, okay? So I've got a lot of these pre-enrollees. And what are these pre-enrollees? These are people that came in to check out and find out what Total Takeover was all about. Okay? Now, I'm guessing they looked at Total Takeover and saying, okay, well, you know what? These guys have some decent products. However, you know what? I'm in financial crisis. I need money right now. Okay? I can't wait. I need money right now. So, is Total Takeover the right thing to be promoting to them right off the top? Probably not. Okay? Because it has a once a month or every 2 weeks payout or whatever it is, those kind of programs. That's not what people want. People are coming to the internet now because they're desperate. They're in financial crisis. Okay? So they're looking for something that can create them some cash flow right now to get them out of their jam. And once you've done that, then everything changes. changes. So as I was mentioning to Joan and Andrew before the show, because we had a slight talk about this, is that, you know, there's a process to everything. Okay, first of all, you know, when you're advertising out there, you need to draw the people to you, and this is how they look. Okay, you'll probably understand this when I go through this with you. First thing they're doing is, you know, I don't know if I can trust this guy or this gal. Okay, so what I might do is, for a low-end one-time cost, I might take a chance on them. So you go to that page, you go to that process of, I'm not sure this guy or gal is or whatever. And then the next stage is, when they get involved with you and they make their first sale, they go, okay, maybe this person knows what they're talking about. And then the third stage is when they're showing you how to drive traffic. Like right now, I've got resources that I share with my team that has now given me 500 to 1,000 clicks a day. Okay, at a very, very low price to get this traffic. So I then hand that over to them, and now they're at the third stage where they're going, you know what? I think this guy does know what he's doing, and I'm here, I'm there right now. And then the fourth stage is, man, that guy or gal, I'm with them. I don't care where they go, I'm following them. Okay? That's how you build your reputation up. But you've got to start at some point now. And the point, the very, very first point, is gaining trust. Okay? So, what I've realized in the last couple of days is that I had to go out and I had to find something that was going to create and fix that first initial need, instant money. I needed to find something like that I could help these people to start believing that they can actually get themselves out of their financial disaster or whatever it is, or crisis that they're in. Okay? Secondly, I had to find the right resource that was going to drive traffic to these. Okay? So this is the kind of funnel system that I've been building. So the next thing is I'm driving traffic to these things, which is creating sales. Okay? Now we're at the second stage where they're going, okay, I got some sales now. I think this guy might know what he's doing. And then all of a sudden introducing them to all the traffic and saying, okay, now the sales are coming in. Okay, this guy knows what he's doing, or this gal knows what she's doing. Okay? Then you come to total takeover, whatever your primary business is, and you say, look, do you want to take your business to the next level? At that point, they're going, just give me the link, man. I'm going. Okay? The whole part of this whole entire four-step process is to get them to start trusting in who you are, and that you know who you are, and that you know what you're doing, providing them with resources that back what you say. Okay? And at that point there, you've got a follower for life. But see, the biggest problem that we deal with today is trying to create that. You know, I was listening to a video the other day of a marketer online. His name is Jamie Lewis. You may or may not have heard of him. I mean, this is a young kid. He's in his early 30s, has already made over $12 million on the internet. Okay? This is a guy who knows exactly what he's doing. But, you know, the one thing that he's always talking about is be truthful in everything that you do. Okay? Do not promote yourself as somebody who is a guru when you don't even know what you're doing. Okay? This is what's got a lot of people into trouble. And the one thing that I always tell people is, look, if you want to promote on the internet and you're not having any success, or you're brand new to this, go piggyback off of somebody else who is having success. Okay? And when that happens, they start to grow, they start to join, and start to believe in you and accept you and have that trust with you, and they end up joining you in business. Then they start making sales. Now all of a sudden you don't have to piggyback off of anybody anymore, because you are now at that leadership level. You have now got a proof of your own personal sales. And you use those personal sales as part of your promotion to say, look, you know, I've done it. Here are the dates that I've done it. I'll do a live video. I'll log into my backups. I'll show you live. I'll have the clock up there, whatever. I can show you everything. So nothing is photoshopped. Okay? So we're going through this thing and we're showing you everything live, real time of what it is and how you're making the money. And this is how Jamie went from making a few $100 a month to over $12 million in about 3 or 4 years. Okay? Now he's just one. Another buddy of mine, Billy Brady. You know, I work with Billy a lot. You know, this is a guy who's made $16,000 in the last 3 months. Okay? The proof is in the pudding. You know, and the one thing you want to do is provide real training and resources. If you can't do it yourself, then you find somebody else and you piggyback off them to do it. Okay? But it's all about results. It's all about building that trust factor with everybody. It's the same thing having a brick and mortar. You got to do that with a brick and mortar business. You know, so I'm not going to be sharing my resources here live on here because this is live across YouTube. I need to make sure that that is specific to my team. Okay, the traffic resources that I have. And, you know, as I mentioned before, I mean, you know, so many people have been telling me that, you know what, I should make a product out of it. Well, that might just happen, okay? But not until I'm at the point where I can actually prove on a consistent basis that I can make anybody $500 to $1,000 a day. That's what I need to do personally in order for me to sell a product out there. But right now, using what I have, I can show you how to drive that traffic. Okay, it's all a matter of putting the right stuff in front of people's eyes that will build the trust factor. So let's go and talk to the panel. I've talked for 15 minutes now. Let's go to the panel here and talk. Let's go to Andrew first. Andrew, is there any callers coming in? Let us know. If not, give us your take on that, and then we'll go over to Joan.
If you'd like to call in and participate on today's show, you can find the information to do that over on DTO.info. DTOradio.info has the number to call. I'll give it out if you have a pen and paper handy. You can dial 712-775-7035. The access code is 213884 and then the pound sign. Once you dial in, you can press *6 to raise your hand and we can bring you on air live. I've had conversations just recently. What you're witnessing here, folks, is the birth of a brand new marketing organization and venue. It's the people are not new. A lot of the things that are done here and are provided in the back office, the product is not new. It is newly developed as a package, and so what we're doing here is a blend of tried and true principles, methods, mindsets, and friendships. A company, you know, a company is an association of people. So there's a company here that existed before Total Takeover even existed. So what you're seeing is the birth of a brand new manifestation that has been trying to manifest itself for a while. And in that, anytime that has ever happened on the planet, there's always growing pains and there's always changes. There's a fluidity. It's like water. When you spill a bunch of water, it seeks level, and that's what we're doing. We're seeking level here and bringing tried and true principles and blending them with cutting edge methodologies and mindsets all at the same time. So it's a process. And the process is what marketers do. What marketers do is they attach themselves to something they like and they believe in, and then they find a way to help other people be successful with it from the get-go. One of the things that I noticed in network marketing way back when, I'm talking 30 years ago, 33 years ago, I noticed that there's something missing in network marketing. You know, I was looking for a way to make money, and I needed to make money right now is how I came across network marketing in the first place. I needed money that week. So in looking for a way to make money, I found out that some acquaintances were in their own business, and I wanted to go talk to them about having one's own business. When I sat down and they started talking to me about it, they showed me the circles in network marketing, and then introduced me to a concept where I could make a lot of money in 3 to 5 years. And I fell in love with it. But it distracted me from the fact that I needed to make money right then. So instead of taking and making money and using the money for what I needed it for right then, I got distracted and found ways to like sell my TV, to make a trip, to go to a function, to rub elbows with these people. I'm glad I did it, but it was dysfunctional. And it developed me and caused me to be who I am today. I'm going to say I'm glad I did that. But it was dysfunctional. So what we're doing here is we're developing a way that's connected to tried and true principles and methods along with today's market and what you want and need. And that's what it's about, is what you want and need, and us finding a way to help solve that need. There's different levels of success right now in all different businesses, here in Total Takeover as well, and there's different reasons for all of that. Carl is proactive in testing different methodologies. He's proactive in testing different systems and third-party systems that provide different elements. And he's put together a package for his team, and I'm grateful for that. Carl, I applaud you for that. You're awesome in that respect. What I want my team to look at is the friendships that we're creating and understanding that this is an evolving. I know you need to make money today. And I don't necessarily have to make money today. I've already got the bruises and the bumps, or attained a particular level of broke. We're all broke on a different level. Val only makes however many tens of thousands of dollars a month that he makes. And he's broke on that level. He aspires to make a whole lot more than that, and really needs to make a whole lot more than that to do what he wants to do and desires to do with his family. So he's broke on a different level than we are. I'm broke on a different level than some of my teammates. But, whenever we and Carl and myself and Joan and Val and Dave and Wallace continue on, we're not quitting because, we try something and it doesn't quite go the way we want. Things that we try that don't quite go the way we want when we're developing new methodologies is because we find something that everybody needs, but not necessarily everybody wants. And that's something that people have done traditionally. They develop a new trinket. Hey, everybody needs this, and they spend all their energy developing a product that everybody needs, but not a single person on the planet wants it. It's like sobriety. Everybody needs to not be addicted to drugs and alcohol. Some people can drink alcohol and they don't get addicted, but there's lots of people that get addicted to drugs and alcohol. And all of those people that are addicted need to not drink. The problem is that they want to drink. So selling them a way to stop drinking is not necessarily a good product, because they don't want that, even though they need it. All right, I'm kind of rambling, but here's the deal. I am my best customer, and Total Takeover, without Carl's input and added value, has a product in the back office. And one of the good things that's there is how to get the message out and do it with responsiveness. And it costs a little bit of money to do that. Anything that you do in business that advances your business is going to cost a little bit of money. So if you need to make money today, like Carl's talking about, like I noticed back then, there's things that need to be done. And Carl is proactive on that. So pay close attention to what Carl is saying. He is developing something for you. Perhaps you can bring something to the table. Perhaps you can come on and be a panelist with us and expose to us something that you're doing that makes immediate money that other people can do to add to what we're doing here and bring added value to the table. You can do that by going to ttoradio.info, and scroll down to the bottom of the page, and there's a form there you can fill out to request to be a panelist. If you'd like to call in, of course, the information there is on ttoradio.info as well. So back over to you, Carl.
Great, thanks, Andrew. Appreciate that. You brought a lot of value here too. It's all about you guys that's out there. You came here. You're here in Total Takeover for a reason. You came here because you saw something of value. Maybe you're frustrated because you're not sure how to get that value out. That's why we do these hangouts. We're here to help you and try to guide you in the right direction to get that done. So, Joan, let's go over to you. Give us your feedback on what we're talking about here. What kind of advice you could give and stuff like that.
Well, I'm going to go back to the fact that my father was a carpenter. When he went to build a house, he first of all had a plan, and he knew exactly what was going to go into that house. So he didn't go out and purchase the plumbing and the rugs and all of the things that would fit inside that house until he had the groundwork done. He had to build a foundation. He had to get the bricks in place. He had to build a shell, and then he worked from there. This is what Carl is trying to explain to us. You just don't go into a business and all of a sudden the money's on the table for you. You've got to build that business. That business has got to grow. It's got to have structure. Now, in order for that to happen, you have to know what you're doing. And what I've noticed in my 25 years of being on the internet is that people, it's like a man that goes fishing, and he's got a real shiny, swirly lure that's on the end of his hook. And he's dragging fish in like crazy with that hook. This is what people who set up programs on the internet are trying to do. They've got that shiny hook, and with all sorts of promises of what life will be like if you join their business, they're luring people in. But once those people get in there, where do they go from there? How do they get other people to join their business? And because many don't know how to build a business, they end up dropping out, they're gone. And these businesses are looking for the next fish in the pond to drag into their business. And they're looking to the masses to create their growth and the money that they're going to make. Well, we need to stop that. We need to get structure into people's lives so that they're not out there grabbing and spending money on everything that looks like it's going to make them money and proves out not to be the case. What Carl is doing, he's putting a program in place so that we can build from the foundation up one step at a time, and we're making money in the process that will help us to be able to feed our primary business. This is what we have to do if we're going to be successful. If we don't, it's like building a clapboard house and a wind comes along and the first little adversity, that house collapses and we're left right at square one with nowhere to go except to look for a way to rebuild. We want to stop that because that is what is draining people's pocketbooks on the internet. They're out grasping at straws. They're looking for the next best thing without realizing that maybe they do have a good product but they just don't know how to market it properly. They don't know how to bring people in to what they're doing because they don't know how to go online and market to bring people into their business. So we have to know how to do that properly. And it's not a guessing game. It just isn't. And we have to know how to do it, the tools to use to do it. Just like a carpenter has to have the proper tools to build a house, we have to have the proper tools to build our business. So what we need to do is start from square one and build from there. And a funnel system is the way to do it. It is the only way to do it. We can't build an organization without the proper tools, and these need to be provided to us in a way that it's going to help us to build properly, and so that we've got strength in our business. And this is what Carl is proposing, is that we're going to do this and take it from the ground floor up so that we end up with a solid structure that will stand the test of time.
Great, thanks, Joan. And I just want to reiterate, it's not a program I'm building, it's a format I'm building. Okay, so I'm not out to try and sell you anything. I'm just trying to put something together that can help you. I mean, I'll provide the ad copy and stuff like that, and I'll give you the recommended places you can go and build these things. You know, the one place you'll be able to go is like Weebly. They're free, and I'll give you the actual page format and all that kind of stuff that you could just copy into there, and then I'll give you the structure on how you do it. I'm going to put all that stuff together. Okay? It's just, we have to be tapping into what people want, what their needs are. And this is what's so important. I mean, just this week alone, I spent over $100 on different training courses and techniques, ideas, just so I could learn how to do these funnel systems, or how I could figure out how to do the funnel system that I want to do to drive people, and it's working. Okay, I mean, I'm creating 500 to 1,000 people leads a day, or not leads, but clicks a day coming in, and those clicks are creating me leads that are coming in. You know, I'm at about, I would say, probably around 40% opt-in rate, which is very high. Normally it's between 5 and 15% in most cases. So I'm getting a very high opt-in rate with the stuff that I'm using. And again, I will share that with those people who are actually part of, say, Total Takeover, that are in there, but I do require that you give me your name and your ID so I know that you're actually in here, and you're not trying to con me out of all the work that I've put in. So I do have a structured way for doing that. But the whole idea is I want to be able to provide this, because I know there's a lot of people that came into this business. You came here for a reason, but maybe it's not what you thought. Okay? It's definitely can't be the comp plan, because the comp plan is absolutely killer. Okay? It's very easy to make great money with this comp plan. I'm guessing that maybe the frustration that a lot of you are having is marketing the product. Okay? And I get that. Okay? Because, you know, we've talked about Total Takeover and its products, and, you know, it's education. You know, as much as Val is, and I'm, and Andrew, and everybody is involved here are highly big on the education, a lot of times that just may not be what people want to be selling. Okay? It's something that they need, but not necessarily something that they can sell, want to sell, or whatever the case may be. Okay? Let's face it. You know, you can't make sales if you don't have passion for it. Okay? And I've talked to a lot of people in Total Takeover, and you know, it's kind of sad because a lot of them want to make money with Total Takeover, but they just can't find the passion in it. Okay? So, you do what I'm proposing. You do the alternative. Okay? First of all, you need to find something that they're going to get passionate about, but also is going to give them the solution for what they're coming to look for, which is that instant money. Okay? There's lots of programs out there. I have a few that I've selected, but again, there's lots of things that are out there that you can go and look at that pay instant money. You know, PayPal programs are the biggest ones out there. Okay? Find some. You know, I found a few that are very, very powerful that are making my team a ton of money. You know, it was eventually just to create an advertising budget, but it's become more than that. You know, it's actually providing a solution for what they came to the internet to look for. Okay? Because, again, like I told you, the majority of people online today are in financial crisis. That's why they're here. Okay? They've either lost their job or they can't pay their mortgage or whatever, and they're trying to find money to do that. But they can't wait a month. They can't wait 6 weeks for that. They need it now. So, this is where I started to get my wheels turning as to how do I find a solution that will work in all facets, okay? You know, I want to build my total takeover business, and I want to build it big. I want to build it to $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month. You know, that's what everybody wants to do. But a lot of people will say, well, you know what, I can't even make $45 a month, right? That might be because your passion level for this business is below par, okay? And that goes for any business. I mean, if you're in a business and you can't stand the business, I mean, look, my wife goes to work, and you know what? She's starting to lose her passion for where she's working. So she goes there every day, and she has this, another day of the ball and chain, right? You know, and that's how most people think. They have to go there because they got to make money, but they don't want to be there, okay? I think everybody agrees with that, right? Anybody who's going to work a full-time job, in most cases, except for Andrew. Andrew loves what he's doing. But in most cases, don't like to do that. Don't like to go and sit in a cubicle and listen to, you know, like they use in the commercial, Carl, who sits in the cubicle there, who looks like some nerdy guy, right? You know, or, you know, they don't want to be there because they don't have a passion for being there. They're there because it's the only place the paycheck comes from. Okay? Our industry is a little bit different, folks. You know, we have to generate our income. So you can't come here every day and do the same thing you would do in your full-time job and expect that kind of outcome. So we have to, and it's absolutely imperative that we make it fun in business. You've got to do, I don't care what anybody says, I know it sounds corny, but you have to have fun and passion in everything that you're doing. So this is why I chose to go and buy these few courses this week to learn how to do that. Okay? I'm not a funnel system guy by no means, but I'm learning because of this stuff I bought. And again, you know what? Everybody's going, oh, do I have to spend money? Well, look at me. I don't question anything. I don't complain about the businesses I'm in. I just go and I find a solution for my problem. Okay? Not everybody has $100 to go out and do that, but you know what? Then spend the time and go and resource it or research it on places like YouTube or whatever. I've done that. I actually, personally, I'd rather go to the pros that know how to make money and get their information. Those are the guys I want to go to because I don't know who's on YouTube. I don't know if these guys know what they're talking about or whether they're just blowing smoke, right? So I invest in my time. I invest in me all the time. Like Andrew says, I'm Total Takeover's best customer, okay? I'm in it as a customer, okay? Because I'm here for the learning and everything that's in here. And you know what? I'm making money too, which is also great, getting paid to learn what I need to do to market the internet. But I also need to go out and find other things. And again, I've got to tap into what everybody's looking into. You know, a lot of times when we come to the internet, or if we've been on the internet, we go and we look, oh, you know, this program's, this new launch is coming up, this new launch is coming up. It has nothing to do with new launches, guys. Absolutely nothing to do with new launches, okay? It has to do with the passion of it. Anybody can go and join a new launch. We saw that in Total Takeover. 200,000 people in 2 months. We saw that. Did all 200,000 people join? No. No. They opted in for free because they wanted to see where they would end up in Total Takeover. Well, that happens in every business. If you're going to go into a free launch, nothing happens until you actually put the coinage down and activate live in there. That's when everything becomes real. Okay? A free launch it means absolutely nothing. You know, you could have 100,000 people come in underneath you, but if only 500 activate, you know, and that's how I looked at things. You know, the growth was great. That means that we got the word out. But sometimes if something doesn't provide the value that you're looking for, and in this case, the value is not the product, the value was the instant money that people wanted, okay? People are coming looking for instant money to fix their financial crisis. You know, Total Takeover still in pre-launch. They've paid out 3 times now, but you know, it took 6-8 weeks for them to get the first payout. Well, if you're looking for instant money, you're not going to stick around and wait 6 or 8 weeks. You're going to go out and find your money, right? So, and it's the same thing now. Even with these kind of comp plans that we have, there's still a wait stage. So, you know, after launch, they're going to go to, I think, once a month and maybe every 2 weeks. I don't even know what they're going to. But you're still looking at an every 2 weeks to once a month paycheck in Total Takeover. Is that going to fix your issue right now? Maybe not. So you need to look for, so you don't lose these people, you need to look for providing them with an alternate instant income solution, start making them money so that they don't go anywhere. Because, again, here's the big thing that I've got from people that were leaving Total Takeover. I need to talk about this, folks, okay? You know, as much as maybe Total Takeover doesn't want me to talk about this, it's something that absolutely needs to be talked about because this is the reality of online today. People join programs, people leave programs. And it's usually within the first 30 days, okay? Sometimes the first 15 days. So, what you need to be focusing on at all times is providing absolute value to those people that have registered, free or not. I send stuff to my pre-enrollees all the time, offering them, look, I can show you how to drive traffic to Total Takeover and anything else to start getting you the signups. I provide all that kind of stuff. Connect with me. Let's talk. I'll give you the resources, okay? And I'll show you that I'm putting my money where my mouth is, or my point where my mouth is, okay? I'm walking the walk, not talking the talk, okay? And once you start providing that kind of value, then these people that you have in your business will eventually start to activate, okay? So, I don't know, any of you guys got anything you want to add to this?
You've covered just about everything very, very well, Carl. It's you know, at this point, it looks like it's time for people to activate and start getting information. You know, I was listening. I restudied last night. Actually, the wee hours of the morning. I woke up and came in here and went to work. Sometimes I do that. But I restudied the Larry Winget interview. Wow, what, you know, I got a new education from it. Every time I listen to these interviews that are in the back office, the megastar interviews, I get something new. You know, so I came away from that Larry Winget interview with something brand new that I didn't have the other several times that I've listened to it. I'm rejuvenated because of it. And one of the things that Larry said, you kind of alluded to, is, you know, if we have and Val had brought it up and Larry concurred, today, in today's market, you're cheating yourself if you're focusing on one guru. We all need a huge volume of methodologies and platforms to continue our education and keep evolving, keep our mind sharp. Yes, there's the information overload aspect of that, and if you're trying to implement all these ways, then you're going to have information overload. But sitting back and just absorbing the information and having your brain and your ears hear it, and then moving on with what you purpose to do that you're working on at the moment, and with total focus on working on that, then all of the other stuff that comes, it enhances what your focus is at the moment. And then once you've mastered whatever your current focus is, then you'll start to notice that your next focus is a little bit higher frequency, a little bit higher level, because of allowing yourself to tap into all different types of experience, strength, and hope instead of one short little venue. There's some, you know, there's systems out there with their products that work well, and they keep everything in that box, and that's it, and they don't allow other things to influence. And there's people make money with that. and that's cool. But people have a plateau, and like Carl's talking about, a lot of these things they will end up plateauing, and then they'll start a new program, and they'll keep that one going with whatever little bit of trickle of money is there. But the owner's focus is on the new program, and you know. Folks, all you need to do is tap into what we're doing here with Total Takeover. And it's not the end all. It's not the only thing out there. It's not the only education, the only system, and the only income stream, but it's the one that we're doing that we're excited about, and there's reasons for that. So we encourage you to be excited too. Carl, what else could we add to all that? We're only 45 minutes, right at 45 minutes today. Is there anything else we can add to that?
Well, I don't know. Joan, you got something?
Well, I just want to say that a lot of people, when they come into a program or when they're learning a new business, it doesn't matter where you go, whether it's a conventional business, whether you're going to college, to university, it's important to internalize what you're learning. And the problem that I find with a lot of people is they'll read through something once and they think they understand it and they go and put it into action, and they haven't spent enough time really doing some brain study to really nail things down and get it into their minds so that they can use it when they're working their business. And this is why I feel that it's so important to really go over things. Just like Andrew said, you might listen to something once, you might read something once, and you think, oh, well, I got it, I can move on. Without realizing that maybe the next time you go over it and the next time you go over it, you'll start to connect the dots. And that is something that I feel is really, really important, is to understand exactly what you're doing, how you're going to do it, and what is necessary to start building your business and start making money online. It's not just a fly-by-night thing. It takes time. And it takes a lot of understanding of what you're doing. And you'll not do that if you don't spend time learning what's necessary. That's why Total Takeover has put this program into place. For example, if you want to market, say, through Facebook, and you want to get followers, do you know all of the necessary steps that you need to take to get to that point? Most people don't. And it's like putting a jigsaw puzzle together. You can get the thing maybe completely or almost finished, but if you've got 2 or 3 little pieces that are missing, then you don't have the complete picture. And that's the way it is in network marketing. People don't have the complete picture. There are pieces of the puzzle missing. And this is what Carl and Andrew have been talking about. We need to be able to have everything in place so that when we start building our business, we don't have pieces of the puzzle missing, so that all of a sudden we're hiccuping and we don't know exactly what to do to get to the next step. So really what we need to do is get plugged into a system that's going to work. And in order to do that, we've got to do our due diligence too. We can't just tap into somebody's system and think that they're going to do the work for us. We have got to put in our due diligence. We've got to learn. First of all, we got to learn it. We've got to understand it before we can put it into practice. And that's where a lot of us fall by the wayside, because we don't want to spend the time doing that. We just want to make the money without any work. Well, believe me, you're not going to be successful if that's the attitude you have, because anything that's worth doing takes time and effort on your part. It takes work. Don't expect other people to do it for you. They'll provide you with the groundwork. They'll provide you with the tools. They'll provide you with the systems, but you've got to work it, and you've got to learn it, and you've got to internalize it in order to be successful at what you're going to do.
Great, thanks, Joan. You know, we've all provided all kinds of feedback on here. I'm just hoping that, you know, you are not going to give up on yourself, okay? Because unfortunately, we see a lot of people that do. And again, you know, we've kind of, I hope that I've shared a little bit here, because a lot of times when we get into business, we're not focusing on what it is that people are looking for. I mean, ask yourself, you know, why did you come here? Like, is it, are you in a financial crisis? Are you looking to create some immediate income? Are you looking to get away from the cubicle scenario and try and become a little bit more time free and financial free? Okay. There's always going to be a process, folks. Okay. You know, I wish there was the perfect scenario, because then we'd be in the perfect world, and I don't even know what that would even look like. I don't even know if that's a good thing, being in the perfect world. You know, but let's just put it this way. Let's focus. Oh, I got the hiccups. Let's focus on helping each and every one of us go forward while focusing on the needs of others. Okay? Because if we don't do that, if we can't provide value, if we can't provide a solution, then our wheels are going to spin forever, and we're never going to get out of this funk. Okay? It just, you'll be there forever. And it doesn't matter where you go, that same funk is going to follow you. Okay? And it's all because we've just neglected to focus on exactly what it is at hand that we need to focus on. And this is what's given me some time. This break has really given me a lot of time to think and reevaluate things. And see, you know, today I was able to, I feel, bring a lot of value to the table for you here today, giving you some insight onto why maybe you're not making any money with Total Takeover, or any other business that you're in. You know, maybe why you're struggling to make sales in your health and nutrition business, or whatever it is. It could be that we're trying to sell something that has long-term benefits and not short-term benefits for people. Okay? And when I talk about long-term, I'm talking about being paid once a month or every 2 weeks or whatever that is. That's something that a lot of people today cannot wait for. That's why you'll see a lot of people going to rev shares and all these other things online here, because they're looking to make money really quick and then pull it out. You know? That's why the PayPal programs today are pretty much doing much better than anything else that's online today, because it's the immediate income that people are looking at. I joined a $1.50 program, folks, okay, not even a month ago, to make, you know, 10, 20, 30 bucks in advertising capital to promote my Total Takeover. I've done over $500 in less than a month, and I started with $1.50. What does that tell you? It tells you that people are looking for the instant money right now. That's why I've tapped into this. This is why I've changed the way that I'm marketing to a funnel type system, providing the value and the resources that people want right now to get in. They'll come into my Total Takeover business down the road. They will upgrade and they will pay because I've provided a solution immediately to what they're looking for. Total Takeover may not be the immediate solution for most people, but it is an ultimate solution for knowledge, for learning, in my opinion. Okay? Not everybody likes to sell education. Education is one of the hardest things in the world to sell. And again, Total Takeover probably doesn't want me to say this, but I have to be honest with everybody. You know, you look at the universities and the colleges and all the stuff that's out there, their enrollments are down. Why? Is it because the education's no good? No, it's not because the education's no good. It's because people don't value it anymore. That's what the problem is. They haven't learned how to value education anymore. What people want are instant satisfaction, okay? And I hate to say it, but the instant satisfaction that 100% of everybody on planet Earth wants is money. That's what they want. They want it now. I don't want to wait till tomorrow. I don't want to wait 3 weeks to get paid. I don't want to wait that. I want to get paid now, just like everybody else does. So I hope this makes sense. It's not hard to go out and find these things, and it's definitely not hard to sell them, okay? And when you start making people money, they become a follower, okay? Then your database builds. Then your business starts to double and triple and quadruple, not only in size, but in financial value to you as well.
Carl, I have something to interject at this point. You bring up
yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Bring up something really interesting here because you know, back in the day we started talking about the perfect business, and there's only really two types of business. There's either a service business or a product business. You know, like your local Ford dealer. What kind of business is that? Well, it's both. They have a product and then they have their service department. So that's both businesses. And here at Total Takeover, it's mainly a product business. It's an educational product. So, you know, there's people making money out there are either trading time for dollars, or they're trading perceived value for dollars. And there's a lot of people that are conning people out of their dollars by trading perceived value only with no actual value. Whether it's a tangible product or an electronic product, you know, or a mindset, information. So what we have here, what you're doing, Carl, is you're developing a way for people to make their instant gratification money that they need right now by trading real value for dollars.
You muted out again, Andrew.
I don't know how that happened. I know what it is. It's the arm of my chair hitting my keyboard. You're so spot on today, Carl, bringing that to the table, because you're developing a way for people to come to Total Takeover and have added value, and that added value being the leverage that helps people make the sale, whether it's actually part of the Total Takeover system or not. And you know, that's what divides us as the leaders here, is bringing this kind of stuff that's revolutionary within the system, or aside from the system along with it. So having the ability to trade real value for dollars instantly is very important in this industry. Let's do it.
Awesome. Thanks, Andrew. And again, you know what? I'm constantly tweaking things. Joan, did you want to say something? Go ahead.
No, I just want to say that when we find a way that works, then that's where we should put all of our efforts. And Carl, you're providing this funnel system for us to use, and you put a lot of work and a lot of time into it, and then it's up to us to learn it so that we can share it with our team, so that our teams can grow and everybody can benefit and make Total Takeover what it really should be. And the only way we can do that is by being constructive in what we do, and you're putting that effort forth to provide us for that. And I really appreciate all your time and effort that you're putting into this, Carl.
Well, you're very welcome, and so is everybody else. You know, the whole point here is, you know, in our industry, if we don't make people money or show people how to make money, we can't make it ourselves, okay? Because this is what is the difference between the affiliate marketing aspect and the network marketing aspect. The affiliate marketing aspect is where you can be an individual going out selling products just like a sales rep. You're just going out and selling. Whereas in network marketing, it's a little bit different. You are out building teams. So now you've got not only a responsibility because now you are referring people to a business, but you got to make sure that those people are making money, because the moment they stop making money, that's the moment you stop making money, okay? Because with network marketing, a lot of it is associated with a breakdown of what other people make is what you make, right? And affiliate marketing is whatever you sell and you make, you make. There's nothing divided amongst anybody. So what I'm trying to do is combine the both together, okay? But into a form where it's very effective, it's highly effective, and that people can get good results for even a minimal amount of money. And even, again, like we had this discussion before we came on the Hangouts. We were talking about, the reason that people were having a hard time is because maybe our cost is too high, maybe our price is too high. Well, believe it or not, folks, price has no issue in business. Okay, I know guys that are selling $3,000 products every couple of days on the internet. It is not an issue. People will spend money. They'll only spend it, though, if they find that it provides value for the money they spend. You'll go out and you'll spend $3,000 on an automobile, okay? If you're looking for a new car, you'll go out and you'll spend $3,000 on a car. If you find that that car is mechanically sound and everything is working and it's got new tires and all that kind of stuff on it, you're going to go out and you're going to buy that car. You will have no issue throwing $3,000 down on that car. But if you go to a car lot and you see a rusted out old bucket there with worn tires on it and maybe it starts to go when you start it, chances are you're not going to spend $3,000 on that car, right? Because you're not getting the value for your $3,000. It's the same thing in business. If you don't feel you're getting the money value, then chances are you feel that maybe you're not going to invest in that. Okay? Like Total Takeover. Let me just talk about this for a sec. There's a lot of people that said to me, well, I don't know if Total Takeover has the value that's worth for my $89.95 a month. Okay, so explain to me, and this is what I'm going through a conversation, so I asked them, explain to me what it is you're looking for. How are you putting a value on this business? What is it that's making you think that this business does not have any value? Well, a lot of them really can't explain it. The first thing they say is, I really don't know what I'm selling. Okay? So maybe we haven't gone out and expressed enough, or the company hasn't gone out and expressed enough as to what the value is of this company. Okay? All companies seem to have that struggle anyways when they're promoting their own product, that they don't put enough emphasis on the value of it. Okay? I mean, we have webinars. Val Smith does a great job showing the value in the webinars that are there. But here's a stat that I'm not sure if I should share with you, but I'm going to share with you anyways, okay? Because I think it's very valuable, and it's going to tell you lots, okay? That there's only 14 or 15% of the membership of Total Takeover actually goes in and utilizes the training product that we have. Now, here's where I kind of get a little frustrated with people, because we're selling a educational product and yet they're not using it. And then they come out and they say, well, I can't see where the value is. Well, the value might be because they haven't looked at it yet. I don't know. Again, this is the same thing, and I'm not just talking about our product. I know people that are in some health and nutrition products. I'm not going to mention the name of those companies, but I know one person has been involved in this company now for a couple of months. It's a fairly new company, and they haven't logged into their back office yet. And they're wondering why they can't make any sales. Well, that's because they're coming to it, they get their link, and they go out and promote it. They have no idea what they're promoting, right? And this is the passion thing that I get back to at the very, very beginning. If you're going to succeed in any business, you've got to have a passion for your business. When I had my sports card store, I have a passion for collecting sports cards. So in my first year, I struggled with thing where I almost went broke with it. And the reason I almost went broke with it is because I was trying too hard to sell my company, but I wasn't trying hard enough to sell my passion. Does that make sense? Okay? So if you're not selling your passion for what you're doing, that's the first part that you've got to go back and start to reevaluate. Okay? And this is why I'm doing what I'm doing here. I know I'm kind of going all over the place here, but it all comes back to one thing. It comes back to providing a solution. I mean, we always say, every guru will tell you that you want to make money, in order to get someone here to here, you have to provide a solution for them to get there. Okay? Everyone will tell you that. Every guru, every successful business person is always going to tell you, provide a solution for their pain. So if someone's coming to the internet and they're in financial crisis, find a solution for them. Now they're looking for immediate solution. You need to ask the questions. You know, how soon do you need to get into this money? Nobody ever asks anybody that. They go, I got the business for you. I got the great product over here on the shelf. You sip this stuff here 3 times a week and you're going to feel the best you've ever felt in your life. Is that going to fix your financial position? Probably not. Okay? Because you haven't explained anything about it yet. Total takeover. We have the best education that we can find out around. Well, I don't say that, but you know, we've got top-end education that can help you develop your business. Now, unless you use it and put it into action, then it's just a product. So this is why you have to have a passion. If you're not using it, you can't develop that passion. You can't develop that sense of being able to explain to people how valuable it is. So there, all you're doing now is selling a product. You're not selling a solution. You're selling a product. Okay? So the biggest thing that everybody's missing is that solution. And this is why I have, this week, when I bought all this stuff and I went through all this training, and I thought, you know, the light bulb came on. It's like, man, I'm doing it all backwards. I'm trying to sell the product, and I'm not selling the solution. Okay? When you sell a solution, you're going to go from here to who knows. You know, when they say go to the stratosphere, that happens, and you'll talk any successful affiliate marketer or network marketer, and that will today, that's living the dream that we're all talking about living. The only reason they're there is because they're providing a solution. They're not selling a solution, they're providing a solution. There's a difference. You can't sell your business as a solution. You have to provide the solution along the way. So that means maybe third-party products. That means maybe a third-party system. Whatever it is, developing your own funnel system like I'm doing. And then trying to help everybody follow that by making sure that the first thing you do when you talk to somebody is you provide them with a solution. It's really made me think. You know, I've provided all kinds of ad copy in my current 90-day plan that I think I have to rewrite, because I don't think I was providing the right message. And I have to thank Andrew, okay, for sitting down with me on Tuesday and saying, hey, Carl, I think we need to start focusing on our business, our solution in that, and do Hangouts once a week. Imagine how powerful these things are going to be on Fridays, okay? Because we've spent 5 days during the week building these solutions for people. I think this is probably one of our best Hangouts in the longest time, because I think we've provided some serious solution on here.
We are at a precipice, brand new precipice in the evolution of Total Takeover in the marketers organization.
And you know, the only ones that are going to benefit from what Carl is doing are the people that are on the Hangouts, because nobody else will even know what's happening if they're not on the Hangouts and follow every Friday to find out what is happening and how they need to plug into the system. So I suggest people that if you want to grow your total takeover business, get plugged into the system.
Very good point, Joan. You know, Bill Britt, back in the day, he chose Amway as his vehicle. But what Bill Britt and his organization promoted and taught and sold was the Bill Britt vision, and it was different. And then at the end of each presentation, then just in a matter of 30 seconds or something like that, and here's the vehicle we've chosen to do this. And then they would write the Amway word up there. And they weren't showing the Amway plan, they were showing the Bill Britt vision of marketing success and the methodologies that go into that, and the dreams and the association and the people. The marketing association is different than the company and the product. And the method is what they sold. They sold the dream, you know, what people wanted and needed, but people want things so vehemently that they need them. I desired my Harley Davidson so passionately that it became a need. I had to manifest that desire in order to move on. It became a need, and all of our needs are supplied. So whenever we have a passion for manifesting a certain thing, and we can tap into other people's passions, what they really desire, and show them how to attain that in a progressive realization of that desire or of that dream, then you have what you're actually holding in your hand is real value that people will trade whatever money needs to be traded for it. They will find a way to come up with whatever cash amount is needed for the attainment of that, because they value that more than they do the cash.
Very well said. Very well said, Andrew.
Yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree. And you know what? That's what it's all about. You know, we've always said this, but I think we've had some turning points this week on everything, and now being able to show people how important it is to provide that solution. Okay, everybody wants a solution to their hurt. We've got to do it. So, Andrew, you know, we're just past the hour here. I think we had a really good hangout today. I think we provided a lot of value and even some I can't even think of the word I'm thinking of, but some vision for people, knowing which direction they need to go. So with that said, before I get so tongue-tied I can't even speak anymore, let's close out the show, Andrew, and everyone have a great weekend.
Get back to the person that invited you to this hangout or to this video and get your total takeover system and education started. Become your own best customer. That's what I do. That's first and foremost. What happens after that is merely a process. And find a way to connect with us. Stay connected with us, and let's all grow together. Say hi to Sugar, and Sugar, say bye to everybody. We're about to leave the show. Go to ttoradio.info in order to subscribe to our channel so that you'll receive these links from Google as Carl creates them. You can do that at ttoradio.info. We encourage you to call in next week and with your questions or your comments. And always remember, it takes leaders with vision to lead people with dreams. Let's participate in our marketing enterprises the way that we would have our personally sponsored to participate. Bye for now. We'll see you next Friday. Have a great week.